for Hamlin, Dual. Drive safe tonight, driver. Winter weather advisory for upper slopes of the eastern Washington Cascades Crest. Reduce speed during heavy rain. Winter weather advisory for Okanagan Highlands. Drive safe tonight, driver. Winter weather advisory for western Chelan County. Strong winds can affect empty trailers. Winter weather advisory for western Okanagan County. Storms pass but family waits. Winter weather advisory for West Jackson and West Grand counties above 9,000 feet, South and East Jackson, Larimer North and Northeast Grand/Northwest Boulder counties above 9,000 feet, South and Southeast Grand/West Central and Southwest Boulder, Gilpin, Clear Creek, Summit North and West Park counties above 9,000 feet. Watch for crosswinds on bridges. Winter weather advisory for Cascades of Whatcom and Skagit counties, Cascades of Snohomish and Northern King counties, Cascades of Southern King County, Cascades of Pierce and Lewis counties. Storms pass but family waits. Winter weather advisory for West Slope, Northern Sierra Nevada. Reduce speed during heavy rain. Winter weather advisory for Lake Moody. Drive safe tonight, driver. Winter weather advisory for Lincoln, Lyon, Murray, Cottonwood, and surrounding counties in Lincoln. Maintain extra following distance in storms. Winter weather advisory for Greater Lake Tahoe area, Greater Lake Tahoe area. Watch for crosswinds on bridges. Winter weather advisory for Mono. Storms pass but family waits. Winter weather advisory for Northern Stillwater, Northern Carbon. Watch for crosswinds on bridges. Winter weather advisory for Livingston area, Northern Sweetgrass, Melville Foothills. Watch for crosswinds on bridges. Winter weather advisory for Red Lodge Foothills, Beartooth Foothills. Reduce speed during heavy rain. Winter weather advisory for Northern Bighorn, Southern Rosebud, Southern Bighorn, Southeastern Carbon and surrounding counties in Horn. Strong winds can affect empty trailers. Winter weather advisory for Dunn, Mercer, Oliver, Stark and surrounding counties in Dunn. Storms pass but family waits. Winter weather advisory for McLean, Sheridan, Wells, Foster, and surrounding counties in McLean. Maintain extra following distance in storms. Winter weather advisory for Lake of the Woods, North Beltrami, North Clearwater, South Beltrami. Maintain extra following distance in storms. Winter weather advisory for Norman, Clay, Mahnomen, South Clearwater and surrounding counties in Norman. Drive safe tonight, driver. Winter weather advisory for Western Mosquito Range/East Lake County above 11,000 feet, Eastern Saguache Mountains above 11,000 feet, La Garita Mountains above 10,000 feet, Eastern San Juan Mountains above 10,000 feet. Reduce speed during heavy rain. Winter weather advisory for Sierra Madre Range, Snowy Range. Storms pass but family waits. Winter weather advisory for Sherburne, Isanti, Chisago, Wright and surrounding counties in Sherburne. Storms pass but family waits. Winter weather advisory for Douglas, Todd, Morrison, Mill Lacs, and surrounding counties in Douglas. Watch for crosswinds on bridges. Winter weather advisory for Northern Perkins, Ziebach, Southern Perkins. Watch for crosswinds on bridges. Winter weather advisory for Western Siskiyou County. Strong winds can affect empty trailers. Winter weather advisory for Klamath Basin, Northern and Eastern Klamath County and Western Lake County. Strong winds can affect empty trailers. Winter weather advisory for Modoc County. Watch for crosswinds on bridges. Driver weather update. The following alerts remain in effect. Special weather statement for Person, Granville, Vance, Warren, and surrounding counties in Person. Expires in 4 hours and 49 minutes. Special weather statement for Martin, Pitt, Greene, Duplin, and surrounding counties in Martin. Expires in 1 hour and 48 minutes. Special weather statement for Northampton, Hertford, Bertie. Expires in 1 hour and 48 minutes. High wind warning for Southwest Chavez County. Expires in 10 hours and 48 minutes. High wind warning for Mojave Desert Slopes. Expires in 7 hours and 48 minutes. High wind warning for Guadalupe Mountains of Eddy County, Guadalupe Mountains above 7,000 feet, Guadalupe and Delaware Mountains, eastern Culberson County. Expires in 14 hours and 48 minutes. High wind warning for Lassen Eastern Plumas Eastern Sierra Counties. Expires in 16 hours and 48 minutes. High wind warning for Greater Reno Carson City Minden area. Expires in 16 hours and 47 minutes. High wind warning for Mono. Expires in 16 hours and 47 minutes. Dense fog advisory for St. Andrews Bay waterways, coastal waters from Okaloosa-Walton County line to Mexico Beach out 20 New Mexico. Expires in 6 hours and 47 minutes. Dense fog advisory for Coffee, Dale, Henry, Geneva, and surrounding counties in Coffee. Expires in 5 hours and 47 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Wabasha, Dodge, Olmsted, Buffalo. Expires in 16 hours and 32 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Trempilo, Jackson, Monroe, Juneau, and surrounding counties in Trempilo. Expires in 16 hours and 31 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Northern Trinity. Expires in 7 hours and 16 minutes. Winter weather advisory for North St. Louis, Northern Cook/Northern Lake, Central St. Louis. Expires in 11 hours and 1 minute. Winter weather advisory for North Cass, South Cass, Crow Wing, Northern Aitkin, and surrounding counties in Cass. Expires in 11 hours and 1 minute. Winter weather advisory for Burnett, Washburn, Sawyer. Expires in 11 hours and 1 minute. Winter weather advisory for Koochiching, North Itasca, South Itasca. 0 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Northern Somerset, Northern Piscataquis, Northern Penobscot, Southeast Aroostook, and surrounding counties in Somerset. Expires in 7 hours and 0 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Central Penobscot, Southern Penobscot, Interior Hancock, Central Washington, and surrounding counties in Penobscot. Expires in 7 hours and 0 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Northwest Aroostook, Northeast Aroostook. Expires in 7 hours and 0 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Northern Oxford. Expires in 4 hours and 44 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Northern Franklin, Central Somerset. Expires in 4 hours and 44 minutes. Winter weather advisory for East Glacier Park region. Expires in 17 hours and 14 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Cascade County below 5,000 feet, Judith Basin County and Judith Gap, Fergus County below 4,500 feet, Snowy and Judith Mountains. Expires in 17 hours and 14 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Big Belt, Bridger, and Castle Mountains. Expires in 17 hours and 14 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Southern Rocky Mountain Front, Upper Blackfoot and McDonald Pass, Elkhorn and Boulder Mountains, Northwest Beaverhead County. Expires in 17 hours and 14 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Yosemite NP outside of the valley, Upper San Joaquin River. Expires in 7 hours and 43 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Grand and Battlement Mesas, Gore and Elk Mountains/Central Mountain Valleys, West Elk and Sawatch Mountains. Expires in 11 hours and 28 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Elkhead and Park Mountains, Flat Tops. Expires in 11 hours and 28 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Northwestern San Juan Mountains, Southwest San Juan Mountains. Expires in 11 hours and 28 minutes. Winter weather advisory for Wasatch Mountains south of I-80, Western Uinta Mountains,